What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Necesse, and we are straight in to the fight here with the Asian Vulture. Looks a bit like a turkey, just saying. Anyway. So other than standing there like a lemon, like I just did, to activate the buffs on my settlers, where I took quite a bit of damage. His ability here, you can see, again, he's always on me. It's a bit slow. He does fly quick, but that attack was pretty slow. My attack obviously is doing some damage for a change, and it does have a really good attack speed, but yeah, look at my mana, it's not going so well. So realistically, all I need to do here is just stay alive right and let my settlers do the actual damage, unless he double taps me like that. Cheesy, but you can stand behind your settlers and they'll get hit instead of you, because let's face it, as long as I don't die, whoops, I died. But luckily they carry on fighting, and that is a good thing about this game. So as you can see there in the bottom left hand corner, the ancient Vulture was defeated. So that last 5% where I died, they continued to rip him to pieces. So that means that there should be looties on the floor. So let's go and get the tutus that I definitely earned. Teleporting over with a teleport scroll makes it even easier. And then looking for the red X, instead of meaning death here, it means free stuff. And there we go. Vulture's Talon and a Vinyl. The Vulture's Talon has got to be one of the weirdest weapons I've ever seen in any game. Only the tip does damage, and it's got really long range. It just looks wrong. I can't take that weapon seriously at all. But it's what we got, so I'm going to have to make do with it. Let's go and try it out, along with my 4 minions that I am allowed currently. 200, that is the highest DPS so far. 230-ish, quite steady, to 240 with crits. It's just hideous. Never mind, it hasn't even been buffed or anything, so that could benefit us as well. See how quick I get horrified by that, but for now it is certainly a melee weapon that is significant in terms of damage, which is what we're after here, right? A mage now wants to join our settlement, 601 gold to do so. We can of course afford that. So we now have the enchanter in our village as well. Now the cost of enchanting does not go down, regardless of what you do for or to him. However, the happier he is, the happier the mage is, the higher chance you get of getting better rolls on your items. So that's definitely worth it. Keeping them happy is something that you need to do. So on the basis of what I just mentioned, I'm now going around and putting a bit of furniture in everyone's bedrooms, because that does increase their morale as well. The maximum is 100 of course, but I'm not liable to get that just with a few crappy things that I'm putting down now. Now I am aware that I'm blocking them in, but I wasn't aware when I was doing it. So yes, they'll get, when they wake up, they won't be able to get out of their rooms, which is a bit annoying. So I will need to make their rooms bigger, and that is what we're going to do right now. And all I'm going to do is rip straight down the middle and make these 2 rooms into 1 room. So they're 3 by 7, I think it is. So they get 21 tiles per room. Now it's still, I don't think, classed as a big room by any standard, but it's progress. And the idea being that I will then, obviously this is going to be 7 bedrooms and 14 bedrooms for the other side. We then lose half of our bedrooms. But I'll just replicate this on the other side of the settlement that we built, and then make it symmetrical again. So blocking off that top, because that's no longer going to be a door, it is a wall. And then the bottom, along the bottom, is where the door goes. And this will give us 14, as I say, and then we'll try and get another 7 down on the bottom of the base, the southeast of the base. We'll have then 21, which is enough for the settlers we've got for now. And then when we need more, I can just do the final batch of 7 on the southwest of the base. So that's 14 basic larger bedrooms finished. And by basic, that is a bed and a torch. Now I'm going to replicate this down here, down below, and keep it symmetrical, which is why I'm running up and down to measure what paths I've done, because I didn't actually do anything other than everything I put down was a bit, what do you call it, like hodgepodge. Anyway, I'm going to quickly just do a bit of math on what I need and what I require, both for the pathing, for the walls, the doors, the setup, and just do an exact replica lower down and give us another 7 bedrooms down there. So like I said, that will be 21 bedrooms in total. So here we are, nearly finished those off as well. Now, I did have a couple of measurement issues. Nobody needs to see that, but yeah, I did measure it wrong twice. Never mind. It is in fact 3 by 7 on the internal, and I started them off too close to the path, so I've had to rip the buildings down and push them down the levels to make sure that out here at the front that we get the full path goes through there when we have enough tiles, of course. I'm running low on the snowstone to do these paths. That's problematic. I'm also starving to death, so let's get some food eaten. Very good. Tomatoes, no problem. And as you can see, I'm having to push the city wall back as well. So this level you can see here is where it should be. And then on that left hand side, I will need to push that forward as well. But there's no rush to that just yet, to my knowledge. Then there will be more houses along there. So we'll have 28 in total around then the fields and the sheep and cow fields. If I need to do any more than that, I will... don't know, actually. If I need to, we'll do it, of course. But likely what I'll do is move the fields further out or the cows further out. I can just have this whole area for the houses and then all of the fields and farms just the other side of the walls. So with now 21 basic rooms done, I am going to furnish them, and that is a cupboard, a bookshelf and a drawer per room, all in the same setup, all replicated. Let's just jump through that because no one wants to watch me do it one by one. And then that will be the bedrooms pretty much finished, though the light source could do with an upgrade. So that is all 21 rooms done. These last 3 are short on beds, of course, but we've got enough for the group anyway. And then I'm just fixing the floors as well. So all 21 rooms now have a bookshelf, a cupboard and a drawer, along with a bed on all but 3. But I know I have enough resources to build the beds now. I need to make sure I get a lot more iron as well to do these street lamps, because they do a really good job at lighting up the areas. So I need to make sure I do that. And I am indeed upgrading the light source. So the light source now is, I'm just going to use chandeliers. For now, they'll be wooden. So some nice wooden chandeliers. It requires 1 torch and a bit of wood. Of course, I'd like to change that into gold, silver, something like that at a later date. But I just want to get the basics in for now. Also, once these are done, it will be interesting to see what the people think of it. So I'm also putting in a clock in everyone's bedroom. And clearly that worked. So Cloud9 achievement there. Someone has got a happiness of 100, which is the maximum you can get. So really that's a bit odd in that if that is the maximum you can get and I've already done it, why would I make anything out of gold or anything in the bedrooms? I mean, I will, just because I like the visuals of it myself and it shows progression, but clearly that's worked. So they get a bookshelf, a cupboard, a chandelier, a drawer and a clock and a bed per bedroom, and that's enough to push at least one person over up to the maximum of 100 happiness. I now need to go along the line up here and do the same for the other 14 bedrooms. And with the last bed in place, that is it. All 21 bedrooms now fully kitted out with all of the giblets that I said above, and I think we're good to go with making sure that for now anyway, up to 21 of our settlers should be reasonably happy with their accommodation, all of which just need to make sure that they can actually get out of the rooms, which they can because I've put the chandelier in a way that they should be able to escape. Though I will put the chandeliers in the center of the room because on the edge there it's annoying me. Looking at it now, it's annoying me, and I'm pretty sure it was annoying me earlier on as well. I am ripping up the original meat cooking thing, only because the foods that you make, basically the foods in the pot, are the good foods, the gourmet foods, and none of them require cooked meat. All of them require raw meat. So I don't want any of the meat that I get cooked. I want it all to be used in the pot and cooked along with vegetables and various other things. So I have ripped that up on purpose, so that for now no food will be cooked unless it's cooked in the cooking pot. And what I'm actually going to do is quickly throw down a second cooking pot to hopefully allow 2 at once being done. So as you can see, that's done. 2 pots, both set with the automatic items that we can cook. Now I need to cook the first one. You need to cook the items first yourself just once. That then unlocks the filter, so make sure to do that. I got these pillars as well. I don't know what they are. There's a stone one there and then a little sandstone one there. I'm not sure where I got them from or what I got them from, but they're quite cool, so I thought why not put them on the entrance. Now although the top entrance, the north entrance, is technically the main gate where I go out of the most, you wouldn't be able to see them because of how the aspect of the map is, so that's why I put them on the bottom, so you get a much better picture of the actual statues and they're not blocked by the wall at all. Little bag there is very useful for storing additional things that I don't want to carry about. The void pouch. Use it to carry my gold and my crafting book and recipe book, and also, as you can see, some scrolls as well, just to keep them out of my inventory, but I don't want them gone. Also, when they're in there and you come back and basically automatically offload everything, you don't put them away by accident. So I needed some snowstone anyway, and any resources, copper, iron, gold, etc., or even the blue resource, the ice, frost shards, there they are. Any of them are useful as well. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some bombs, 13 in fact, which is a good amount to have. I'm using that ridiculous new melee weapon. The melee weapon, it only works on the very tip. The whole shaft in between, and that sounds wrong, but I'm sorry, but that's just what it is, does nothing. So I will be very quickly getting rid of that. It's awful. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is basically dig a few channels down the snowstone and then do like a long strip of the bombs, and that will clear out loads of the resource, and then I just run down the line and collect it all. Sounds like it'll work. Let's see if it does. There is a nice mined out strip, so there isn't obviously a perfect efficiency, and that's not what I've just done. It's better than, it should be a lot better than that, but there you go. Now I could just walk down there, and maybe 2, definitely 3 will pick up everything that's just been mined pretty much instantly, which is fantastic. And this snowstone is going to be used to make the pathing that we currently have in the base. Both the paths and the brickwork is the snowstone, and I've run out, so why not? Really, I should be doing this actually around the arena, right? Because if I do it around the edges of the arena, that makes the arena bigger, and then the spider can hide less. Yeah, maybe I'll jump over there and do that now. So, as I said, here we are at the arena, and it will take out the torches, as far as I'm aware, and yourself. Obviously, that was a terrible throw. Throwing them like that is going to take out that crafting thing, but that's fine. We'll see that go along down the line, and that's just increased the arena by 4 or 5 blocks just off the bat, and then we can do that as many times as we want on any of the 4 edges, right? And that will make the arena bigger. I will have to go down and put the light sources down again just to make sure that we have it lit up. I like it nice and crisp and lit up, so that when we're fighting the boss, you can see what you're doing. I mean, it's very important that you can see what you're doing. No idea why. Don't ask. There's no reason behind it. I just decided to fight the boss. I had one on me, so I thought, why not give it a go? I am soloing, so this could end badly, and I have nowhere near enough mana to be using this weapon, as you can clearly see. But thank you to the 4 minions doing their part best they can. We succeeded. So there's a solo kill on the boss as well. More items, nothing again that I'm aware of that we actually need. I just felt like killing it, so I did. And that means, as I said, we can now fill in the path around here as well, which is just a replica of what's up top. And then on the mini-map it should look wonderful and symmetrical, which is what I'm after. Obviously the gaps in there need to be the brick, and there'll also be some street lamps that are required, but again I'm not really sure I've got anywhere near enough iron to do that. I could make them out of something else, I suppose, and not use the iron ones, maybe. I don't know. I think I've got quite a lot of gold, but gold street lamps sounds unnecessary, I think is the best way of saying it. I do like that you can see the bees as well. So they are the bees from our bee hive, and you can catch them with a net. And in doing so, you can then place them in another apiary and speed up the process of that apiary. Because when you first put a queen in an apiary, you have to wait until she actually has a colony, builds the colony, etc. Whereas you can put workers in that you catch from other colonies and speed up that process. So with more minions, more armor, more just stuff and things, I now am trying the pirates again. Not necessarily the pirate boss. I'm not interested in him on my own anyway. But certainly farming some pirates. They give gold, and they also drop the flintlock guns as well, though they are really strong against me because the projectile is so fast. So the question here is, how close can I get? How many can I kill? How quick do they respawn? And then lastly, are we actually competent with the settlers that I have to come and fight this guy? Can we do it? Well, after a lot of that farming, I aggroed a boss by accident, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Got it down to 80% and then got wrecked. Because again, he just concentrates on me. Moving around, you do a lot of moving around there, but I really should have closed out chopped down a load of the trees beforehand. But 80% by myself with nothing really too special and a couple of minions sounds possible. So the obvious solution to that is call to arms my settlers, all of them with buffs, potions and armor and weapons in tow. The best that I could upgrade to what I can currently, and we'll try again. Hopefully with all of these guys behind me fighting back, the pirates will stand no chance. Hopefully. So yeah, that went as expected. Unfortunately, they don't stay forever, and they did despawn, allowing him to reset. So let's try that again. This time with a bit more feeling, or more importantly, this time I'm just not going to try and do much damage to him at all. I am going to kite the boss, allowing him to shoot his bombs at me, missing hopefully, and not damaging my guys while they do the actual damage. So let's try that one again. It got dark, sorry for that, but we're in it now, thick and fast. All I'm doing is trying to dodge those bombs. The boss is allowed to travel wherever he likes. The trees and buildings, etc., are not restricting his movement, which is why you really should clear these places out before you try and do it. Maybe a good idea actually to build like a little arena for the first boss as well, just to make it a bit quicker. Anyway, for now, this is a case of me running around, making sure I don't get hit or killed by the boss, getting up where I can, and hoping that they can do the damage for me. You keep sending parrots in to do extra damage, but they get wrecked pretty quick, if I'm honest. There is a character over there to the left, you can see with the orange hair and the bow. That is the stylist, so that is the hairdresser. That is another NPC that you get when you defeat the pirate boss, along with the pirate boss himself. Again, the pirate boss sells the bombs and lots of gold things, and the stylist allows you to redo the visuals of your character. Down to 10% now, we're getting close. Again, me just basically hiding from this sodding thing. It'd have been a lot easier if we could have ripped down some of the trees, but we can't. So we're just going to have to make do with what we've got, the last 0%, and there we go. Washed up. The pirate has been defeated. And this means he will now ask if he can join us. Archie, the broken pirate. Can I join you? Yes, you can, Archie, the pirate. And then over here, you can see the stylist up there as well. We'll go and fetch her. And I am going to take everything I can. There are a lot of piles of gold in this base, and there are a lot of golden torches. I'm going to steal them all, or take them all, because this village is dead anyway. Also, the carpets, I'm going to take those as well. And as the sun comes up, I am continuing to collect the blueberry bushes and the apple trees that are on here. I'm not sure if it's a thing, but there is a lot, as I've mentioned in a previous episode. I think I get about 25 berry bushes and probably 10 apple trees from this one map. All over and around the actual pirate base, there is a crap ton. So I'm going to continue to do that, but we are at time now anyway, so I am going to end the episode here, and we'll come back when we have already done all of that. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please click like. Any comments are welcome as always. Subscribe for more. Take care. Goodbye.